Welcome to Wednesday, you stories nerds. So today we're going to go through my monthly figures for August. I realized that I haven't spoke about them, so I thought now's the time that I really need to get involved and tell you what's happening. Do you know what? I've got a little small announcement to make that I hope to do. As you know, I've got mrselfstories.com, daily newsletter. And because I've got a daily newsletter there, I've got loads of content that I'm banging out on there. Tons and tons and tons of it. So I've actually had this brainwave, and it might take a little bit of time. So I'm not 100% sold on it yet. But what I want to do is maybe make this podcast a daily, so Monday to Friday, because even if it's just a 5-minute one, just giving you a helpful tip, hint about business and stuff. I'm in so many mastermind groups, I pay for so many courses, and I've got so much information percolating in my brain. And not good information, but it'll allow me to get it out there. And then I can remember it as well, because I was going through the episodes and thinking, oh, yeah, I remember that. I haven't done anything about it. And so it's helpful for me. Hopefully it's helpful for somebody else as well. And you basically get more of me in your ears, which who wouldn't want more than that? More of that? The wife, for absolute certain. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to quickly run through the monthly figures. And I've already pre-recorded Friday's episode. Friday's episode, by the way, is a little bit different. It's not about business. It's about self-care. However, if you improve this, then you will improve your business. I can absolutely guarantee you. And so many people, we just not give up on ourselves. We seem to have, or we think we have more important things to do. But I've learned the older I'm getting, that the most important thing for me in my life isn't the business. It has to be me. I have to look after myself first, because if I don't look after myself, I can't look after the business. I can't function properly. I can't look after my wife. I can't look after my kids. So I need to have some self-care, whatever that may be for you. It could be 10 minutes meditating. It could be going for a half an hour walk on an evening. It could be going to the gym more. It could be going to yoga more. It could be going out with your mates, playing five-a-side, whatever it is. Or playing netball with your friends. You need to take that little bit of time and remember who you are. And so we're talking about that on Friday. And it's something I'm really, really passionate about, because I just see so many people working so hard and chasing that holy grail, chasing that target, that goal. But you know what? The target and goal always moves, always moves. But the one thing will never, ever move is your health and well-being. And if you take care of that, then everything else will fall into place, or will fall into place easier. Because if you haven't got your health and well-being, guess what? Your business don't mean jack anyway, or your work doesn't mean jack. So you've got to look after yourself. Anyway, enough of me lecturing you. Let's talk about the Willerby Monthly figures. It wasn't a great month, as you guys probably know if you've been following along with the newsletter and the podcast. We had 143 quotes on the face of it. Not too bad for the actual. I'm just getting a text from Molescroft School. Kai has bumped his head. He appears okay, but he may have delayed concussion. Please keep an eye out and take. We get these all the time. Right. So 143 quotes, 45 reservations, and 10 straight move-ins. So that, on the face of it, is pretty good. So 45 reservations, that is a conversion rate, my friends, of 38%. 38% conversion rate. You cannot argue with that whatsoever. On the move-ins, we've had 34 move-ins, which is 24% conversion rate. So again, you want to be around about 25 on the move-ins, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. However, the amount of square footage that moved in, I don't think is particularly good. So how many move-ins have we had? 34. I don't know if that actually includes the straight move-ins or not. But yeah, 34 move-ins. I suppose. Oh, minute, guys. So wife has just come in, so I'll pause it because I think she needs me. I'm back. Sorry, the wife was coming in because we've basically we had an American Express card. I won't be long, I promise. We had an American Express card. And then I thought, hang about a minute, listen to a podcast about you should be earning points, etc. And last month we spent £8,000 on Google Ads. And so I rang up American Express and said, listen, can I upgrade my American Express card, please, to the one, the black one. And so they said, yeah, absolutely. And so now I've just been putting my American Express card on my primary Google Ads account. So I thought, well, wait a second, I can get absolutely shit ton of points. So why wouldn't I? So that's what I've done. I've got loads and loads of points, and hopefully I can get free holidays and stuff like that, free first class and upgrades and all that. I'll let you know how it goes. Right, on to the results. Conversions was good. Conversions was good. The conversions for reservations were good. Conversion for move-ins was okay. But yet we still only moved in 3,450. I think the problem then is maybe the amount of quotes. 143 quotes is probably a little bit down on August, but in a normal month, you would expect to move in over 3,450. But because it's August, I'm just a little bit surprised and probably a little bit disappointed that we didn't actually move in more square footage. So yeah, so not particularly good there. We moved out 4,215 square foot. So we lost 765 square foot in August. Let's have a look. What else can I tell you? Oh, Google ad spend. Google ad spend wasn't a particularly good month in Hull. However, it was a horrendous month at Wrexham. So we'll get on to Wrexham in a minute. We spent £5,873 at Willerby and Clough Road. And I'll be honest, what we normally do is we normally say actual cost per move-in from Google this month. And so we normally say £279 divided by 2 because there's 2 sites in Hull. So it's around about £140 per move-in. However, that doesn't tell the whole picture because that's across the move-ins, the whole move-ins. But I don't know which people have seen us passing by and gone straight to the site organically, which people have gone pay-per-clicks, and which people have gone organically and clicked through and bought. And so I've been in touch with a pay-per-clicks company, and they've said, look, listen, nobody does it in this industry. We should, I suppose, but nobody really does it. And I'm thinking, if I'm honest, I can't believe that I haven't done this sooner, because I could be spending too much money on pay-per-clicks and it's really not converting. Or I could be spending too much money on SEO and it's really not converting. Or the both could be working, but I don't actually know. I don't have the data. I don't know if Mr. Smith has booked 150 square foot and moved in. I don't know if he's come through pay-per-clicks advertisements, organic SEO, or direct to the website. I just don't know. I don't have that information. And coming from an e-commerce background before, we really should have that. But why don't we? Because it just works. Self-storage, we don't need to be that good. And so I'm a little bit mad at myself that we've only just had that conversation today. And I feel like I should have been looking at this previously. And I feel like you should as well. Because I've got a meeting today when this comes out. I've got a meeting today with an SEO firm. And we're going to spend, recently we spent over £10,000. Why? Because I want to make sure that we show up wherever we open next. Our organic listing is going to be first, second, or third. Third, worst case. And so we're improving all the time. We're spending money. We're doing backlinks. We're doing a lot of money to make sure that our website has a high scored domain. But could that be a waste of money? Because could all them people who reserved and booked and moved in, could they be coming from pay-per-clicks? If so, then there's no real, don't get me wrong, you don't want to rely on paid advertising. You'd much rather have it organically and for free, but they could all be coming through Google pay-per-clicks. On the flip side, they could all be coming from organic and they may not be coming from pay-per-clicks. I find that very hard to believe. I think it will be probably majority of them coming through pay-per-clicks, but I don't know. I don't have the data that tells me 100% where they've come from. And that is something that we need to create on the back end. So we're working now with the pay-per-clicks team and we're working with my web developer to try and make sure that we've got a workaround, because obviously people, we can't infringe on people's rights, etc. And so we've got to be very, very careful. But it's information that we really, really need. And so we're trying to find the best way to get to collate to get this information. So yeah, it was £279 we spent per move-in at Google. If we divided all the move-ins by the Google ad spend, so £140. So on the face of it, not too bad, a little bit higher than where we've been previously, but I put that down to the fact that we haven't had that many inquiries this month, and I think it's been quieter than normal. But it gets worse when we go to Wrexham, and I'll get onto that as well. So 29 rooms moved in internally, 44 rooms moved out, so 15 net for the month negative. 355 internal rooms are occupied. Containers in, we got 6 in, we got 9 out, so we're -3. We've got 46 containers occupied. Square footage, we've got 31,085 square foot occupied. The store occupancy at the minute is, on the 1st of September was 78.48. Packaging material, it was a pretty slow month. Packaging material, it's not a big deal, but it still was a slow month. £574. We'd like to see about £1,000 there. The true period revenue. This is the main thing. I was listening to a podcast about self-storage yesterday, and they were saying they've been in the industry 26 years or something, and they were saying, look, give us one KPI, what should we focus on? And she said simply, revenue. What money is coming to your bank? I was like, oh yeah, I suppose you're right, yeah. She said, everything else is just noise. Don't get me wrong, I know that other KPIs contribute to the revenue, but ultimately, revenue is king. And so if we say revenue is king, then guess what? We've had the best month ever for Willerby. The best month ever. Because we've taken £78,244. And that's ex-VAT, by the way. And so we've actually taken £87,383, including VAT. So when I say ex-VAT, that's 78,000. That was true period revenue. But the actual takings have been 87,388. So with that being said, it's been the best month. Now, why has it been the best month when we've had more occupancy previously? It's because revenue management. We're improving revenue management all the time. It's like the big boys. The big boys, occupancy's down, profits are up, revenues are up. It's because revenue management is good. And so we've took a leaf out of their book and we've followed suit. And that's exactly what's happening in America. And we need to model that as well. So therefore, it does matter, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter so much if occupancy is down, because if occupancy is down and revenue's up, that is the biggest KPI. Revenue is the biggest KPI. Make no mistakes about it. Revenue is the biggest KPI. However, I do think revenue, it's going to sound counterproductive, this, but I do think it's a lagging indicator. A lagging indicator means that it follows another KPI. So for me, it follows occupancy. And so this month, because we was down last month, I expect the revenue. So we was down in August, so I expect the revenue to be down in September. I think it should be below where it was in August. Obviously, there's one less day, but given all that, I still think it'll be down. And so revenue is a lagging indicator. It's telling you what's previously happened, basically. It's showing you exactly what's previously happened. And so we still need the occupancy, but ultimately revenue. Hopefully you understand that. Hopefully I've articulated that. And in my mind, it makes perfect sense. So yeah, revenue is the number one indicator. Absolutely. But that's a lagging indicator, and it's often driven by the occupancy, what happens the previous month. And even if you're doing good revenue management like we are, you're somewhat insulated against it, but you're still governed by that occupancy. Woo! Right. What else? The transit and Luton. The Luton we've written it down 19 times. Total van revenue was £1,155. So not too bad. We've had 2 Google reviews, both 5-star. We've had 2 product reviews on FIFO, both 5-star. We've had 2 service reviews, both 5-star on FIFO. Right, let's have a look at the chain rate for Clough Road. I don't actually know. I haven't checked this yet. So the chain rate for square footage, so there's 2 different chain rates. The chain rate for square footage is 13%, 13.2, which is up from 12.2 last month, so up 1%. And the chain rate for rooms is 13.73, up from 11.13. So the chain rate is up slightly last month, but it's still down from where it was maybe 12 months ago. I'm looking here, 16% chain rate. Whew. And the month before that, or 2 months before that, was 18% chain rate. So we are steadily decreasing our overall chain rate, which is good, because the longer you are in business, the more mature your site, the less the chain rate. Right, let's have a look at Wrexham. Excuse me. Right, Wrexham, here we go. 61 quotes. Amount of quotes per day is 2 quotes per day. Number of reservations is 12. So that's a conversion rate of 20%. Let's round it up, make it look better. Conversion rate for reservations to move-ins, we had 7 move-ins, so the conversion rate is only 11.48%. So if we're rounding the other one up, we've got to round this one down. So it's 11%, so not great there. What's really, really worrying here is our Google ad spend. We spent £2,650. £2,650 at Wrexham. And that equates, if we say that every single move-in was from pay-per-clicks, which it probably wasn't, that means a move-in costs us £441. That is unsustainable. That is way too much. And if we look at Willerby, is £140 per move-in, and Willerby in Clough Road, and that as well is too much. But that's higher than we've been before. We've been previously a lot less than that. So £441 per move-in, it's just way too much. So something's got to give there. However, it has given us momentum at Willerby. It's given us a feel-good factor. At Wrexham, it's given us a feel-good factor because, to be honest, in my newsletter, I've been saying, "Oh, Wrexham is brilliant. It's a gift that keeps on giving," but I haven't actually had the data, the monthly figures, until the end of a month. And so I didn't actually know we're spending so much money on Google Ads. So it's a heck of a lot of money we've been spending there. However, just think about my points. I'm going to have loads of points. So it's, let's have a look, 7 move-ins, 760 square foot moved in and 285 square foot moved out. So it's a net result of 475. So not too bad. And if we look at the chain rate is very, very low as well at Wrexham. Why? It's because it's a mature site. It's been there 15 plus years. So it's a mature site. So the churn rate is a lot less. I'm just going to see if I haven't actually got the churn rate for some reason. The churn rate's not being filled in. Oh. No, I don't have a churn rate. Yes, I don't know why the churn rate hasn't been filled in here. Everything else is filled in, but the churn rate. Anyway, right, I'll chase that up for us. But I suspect it's going to be low anyway, very, very low, which is good. I wonder if I can. I think it's less than 5%. Square foot divided by. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to pause it and see if I can just quickly work it out. Didn't actually need to pause it. Yeah, it's 0.47%. So sorry, not 0.47, 4.7%. So the churn rate here over the 12 months is 56%. Fucking hell. This is what really excites me. 56% churn rate over the year. That's based on obviously August. It could be more later on, but that is incredible. It's a small sample size, 1 month, but it's incredible. When you look at Willerby, for example, we're seeing the churn rate, what is 11%? Was it 12%? I think it was 12%. So that's 144% over a year, where Wrexham is 56. And I've got other data as well at Beverley. Beverley's data is similar. The churn rate is very, very low because it's a mature site. So that is exciting for me because as soon as you introduce time to this equation, churn rate goes down. So therefore, we don't have to get as many customers. And so once churn rate goes down, then I suspect that revenue will go up per square foot because you've got less rooms to go up because you're more full and people don't move out. And so therefore, you can charge more because it's supply and demand. And it's just a win. All we do with self-storage is add time and we win. And so that is really impressive. Right, let's have a look at, so we've got current percentage of store. Actually, I don't think it is 5. After saying a lot, wait a minute, I've got the exact square footage here, but we've got 285 divided by 4,555. It's 6%. Sorry, it's 6%. So the chain rate is 72%. National average is around about 86%. So it's still doing well. So yeah, I've got the exact square foot occupied here. It's only a small site. The problem with Wrexham is that it's a 10,000 square foot building, but they built it in such a way that they haven't maximized the lettable square foot. And now we're left with, we've got 4,555 square foot occupied and we're 70% full or 69% full. So as you can see, they haven't maximized the square footage at all. Actual revenue this month that's gone into the bank is £10,050. That's including VAT. So we've gone up £714 from last month, so not too bad. Total amount of insurance. The store's average insurance is basically £5,321. We introduced £26,000 worth of insurance last month for only £3,700 per move-in. So it's not as... The average isn't as good as other places, but I'm sure it will increase. It's just a blip on the system. So overall, pretty happy there. Let's just see if I can get some details because we're on a different software for the other sites. Let's have a look. Info, store more self-storage. Right, let's have a look at the 31st. Oh, the first results. Right, here we go. I've got them, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you. I have. Yeah, there we go. So Willerby Beverly. So Beverly moved in 1,015 square foot in August, which was actually really, really good because in July, we only moved in 310 square foot. We had 39 quotes, 5 reservations, which is a 13% conversion rate. But don't forget, we're full on the smaller size units, so a lot of them have gone to Willerby. Number of move-ins was 7, so that means it's an 18% conversion rate, but same thing applies. And what else? Beverly, Willerby, Clough Road. Here we go, Clough Road. Yep, Clough Road. It's always around about the same. Only 2,100 square foot moved in last month in Clough Road. Only, but 1,910 square foot moved in the month before in July. So it's similar. Actual quotes was 177. That increased nearly, well, just over 10% from July. 42 quotes, which was a lot better conversion rate than last month. So we hit 24% conversion rate. We only hit 15 the month before that. Move-ins, we've had 27, which is a conversion rate of 15%. So we need to increase that. And yeah, that's basically the information I have for you right now. It's all on different reports. So I haven't got the ins and outs of it to hand now. But yeah, there we go. Hopefully, I've given you guys enough information. I spent a lot of time on this one. Right, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you on Friday when it's all about well-being and taking care after yourself. Okay, I love you. I appreciate you. Bye.